Welcome back to Whispers of Wisdom. I'm your host, Carrie Bandel, and I'm really happy you're here with me today. I want to dive into the autumn equinox. Can you feel it? The magical shift in the air where day and night dance in perfect balance, even if just for a moment. I was sitting in my garden this morning watching the early mist rise off the grass, and I could feel the veil between worlds getting thinner. You know that feeling when the ordinary world feels just a little bit more magical, when your grandmother's spirit feels just a breath away, when your intuition seems to speak a little louder. That's equinox energy, and it's absolutely divine. Today, we're exploring how this sacred time of balance can teach us about finding our own inner equilibrium and how the thinning veil offers us unprecedented opportunities to connect with spirit, both our own spiritual wisdom and our loved ones who've crossed over. So grab some apple cider and let's step into this mystical season together. The autumn equinox starts the evening of September 22nd and is one of only 2 days each year when day and night are in perfect balance, 12 hours of light, 12 hours of darkness. But here's what gets me really excited. This isn't about astronomical positioning, it's about spiritual positioning. The universe is literally demonstrating the art of equilibrium. Ancient cultures understood this deeply. They saw the equinox as a powerful portal, a time when the cosmic scales were perfectly balanced, making it easier to find balance in our own lives. The Celts called it Mabon, a time of thanksgiving and preparation. The Greeks honored Persephone's descent into the underworld, acknowledging that we must embrace both light and shadow to be whole. Let's get real about balance because it's not about perfection or having everything figured out. True inner balance is about honoring all parts of ourself, your light and your shadow, your strength and your vulnerability, your need for action and your need for rest. Think of it like this. You're not trying to be a statue that never moves. You're trying to be like a tree that sways in the wind but stays rooted. Balance is dynamic, not static. During readings, I often see people struggling because they're trying to be all light all the time. But even the sun needs the moon. Your shadow isn't something to fix, it's something to integrate. That's where the real power lives. As the light changes, so does our brain chemistry. The pineal gland, which produces melatonin and regulates our circadian rhythms, is exquisitely sensitive to light changes. This tiny gland was called the seat of the soul by ancient philosophers, and modern science is discovering they weren't wrong. During the equinox, our bodies are recalibrating. Some people feel more tired and others more energized. Some feel more emotional and others feel more clear. This isn't something to fight, it's something to flow with. Your body is wisdom in motion. Now let's talk about something that makes my medium heart absolutely sing, the thinning of the veil. From September through November, particularly around the equinox and leading to Samhain, which is the Gaelic festival on November 1st, it marks the beginning of winter. The boundary between the physical and spirit worlds become more permeable. This isn't just folklore, it's energetic reality. I consistently get stronger connections during readings in this season. Spirit comes through more clearly, messages are more vivid, and people report more frequent signs from their loved ones. But here's what's beautiful, it's not just about connecting with spirits who've crossed over, it's also about connecting more deeply with your own spiritual nature. your own inner wisdom, your own divine guidance. Why is the veil thinning now, you ask? Energetically, autumn is about surrender and transformation. As nature releases what no longer serves, old energy patterns dissolve, creating openings in the fabric between worlds. The decreasing daylight also affects our consciousness. We naturally turn inward, becoming more receptive to subtle energies. From a scientific perspective, the changing electromagnetic fields during seasonal shifts can affect our brain's temporal lobe activity, the area associated with spiritual experiences and psychic sensitivity. So, here's some practical ways to work with equinox energy. The balance inventory. Take stock of your life in different areas like work and rest, giving and receiving, solitude and connection, planning and flowing. Where do you need more equilibrium? The gratitude release ceremony. Write lists of what you're grateful for and what you're ready to release. Burn the release list safely and keep the gratitude list on your altar or sacred space. The ancestor honoring. Set up photos of your beloved family members who've passed. Light candles and simply talk to them. Share your life updates, ask for guidance, or just tell them that you love them. The shadow integration practice. Journal about a quality you judge in others. You know that coworker that complains all the time? That's really irritating, isn't it? That's often your own disowned shadow. How can you compassionately reclaim that part of yourself? The threshold walking. Spend time in between places like shorelines, doorways, dawn and dusk. These liminal spaces amplify your connection to spirit. And pay attention to signs your loved ones are near, like electronics acting unusually, like lights flickering, phones doing weird things, or finding objects in unexpected places, like pennies or dimes, feathers, anything like that. Sudden temperature changes in specific areas. Dreaming about deceased loved ones more frequently. Smelling familiar scents with no source, feeling watched or accompanied when you're alone, animals behaving unusually or coming unusually close to you. Remember, spirits communicate through energy, not always through dramatic signs. Sometimes it's just a feeling of love or presence. Cultivating your own psychic abilities. The thin veil makes this the perfect time to develop your intuitive abilities. Yes, you. Everyone is psychic. It's just a matter of the degree and your development. Here's how to enhance your natural abilities. Daily oracle or tarot card practice. You don't have to know anything about it. Just pull a card each morning and see what you see, feel, and hear when you look at it. See how it relates to your day. This builds trust in symbolic communication. Meditation in nature. Sit outside during dusk or dawn. These transition times naturally enhance psychic sensitivity. Dream journaling. Keep a notebook by your bed. The veil is thinnest during sleep, making dreams powerful communication channels. Energy sensing. Practice feeling the energy of different rooms or people or objects, and trust your first impressions. You can create an equinox altar. Set up a sacred space that honors this balance. Candles representing fire and light, Bowl of water representing emotion and intuition. Crystals like amethyst, moonstone, or labradorite. Can't say that today. Autumn leaves, acorns, or seasonal flowers. Photos of ancestors or spiritual guides. A journal for recording insights and messages. As the veil thins, you might feel more emotionally sensitive or energetically affected by others. This is totally normal. Here's how to protect your energy. Visualize a bubble of white light around you before going into any crowded place. Take baths to cleanse your energy field and spend time in nature to ground yourself. Practice saying no to energy draining situations and trust your instincts about people and places. Autumn often brings up feelings of loss or melancholy. This isn't depression, it's seasonal wisdom. As nature demonstrates release and transformation, we're invited to feel our own losses more deeply. This grief is sacred. It connects us to the cycles of life and death that govern all existence. Allow yourself to feel whatever comes up. Grief is love with nowhere to go in the physical world. But during the thinning of the veil, that love can flow more freely between dimensions. As we move deeper into this mystical season, remember that you are both human and divine, earthly and ethereal, light and shadow. The equinox teaches us that balance isn't about choosing sides, it's about embracing the wholeness of who you are. Next week, we're exploring dreams as divine downloads, interpreting messages from your soul and spirit guides. Perfect timing as the thinned veil makes our dream communications more vivid and meaningful. If you're feeling called to connect more deeply with your spiritual abilities or receive messages from your loved ones and guides, I'd be honored to support you through a personal reading. Visit sacredwhispers1111.com to book your session. This season's energy makes for particularly powerful connections. And if it resonates with you, you're invited to join the Sacred Transitions group on Facebook. It's a private group where a small amount of women join together to lift each other up, no matter what level of intuitive ability. Until next time, trust your inner wisdom, honor your sensitivity, and remember you are surrounded by love in more dimensions than you can see. The veil may be thin, but the love is infinite.